Welcome to Gibraltar, where history, mystery, and some of the best views in the world collide.
From ancient battles to modern banking, this tiny but mighty piece of land has played a huge role in history. But how did it start? Let's roll back the clock.
The Rock of Gibraltar was first settled by Neanderthals over 30,000 years ago, long before humans even thought about passports.
Fast forward a bit, and the Phoenicians, Romans and Moors all left their mark here. In fact, it was the Moorish leader, Tariq ibn Ziyad, who gave Gibraltar its name, Jabal Tariq, meaning Mountain of Tariq.
If you're wondering why it's so important, location, location, location. This place controls the entrance to the Mediterranean Sea. Anyone ruling Gibraltar basically had the keys to Europe's back door.
The British took control in 1704 during the War of Spanish Succession, and despite countless battles, sieges and arguments over the centuries, they've held on to it ever since.
They didn't just hold on to it, they turned it into a military powerhouse. Secret tunnels, hidden war rooms, and enough fortifications to make any invading army think twice.
Speaking of tunnels, there are over 34 miles of them inside this rock, more than the actual roads in Gibraltar.
It's one of the only places in Europe where you will find monkeys, wild monkeys, the Barbary macaques, have been here for centuries, and legend has it, as long as they remain, Gibraltar will stay British.
It's also got a runway that crosses the main road.
This is one of the few places I know of where you actually walk across the runway, which we're going to do now.
That's right, cars and people literally have to stop when the planes take off and land.
Despite its tiny size, it has its own currency. Yes, the Gibraltar pound. It's equal in value to the British pound, but you won't be able to spend it in the UK.
These days, Gibraltar is a mix of old world charm and modern business. It's a hotspot for finance, gaming companies, and of course, tourism.
Plenty of cafes here, coffee. It's really lively at this time of the morning, so I think we have to indulge as well, don't you? Visitors come for breathtaking views, duty-free shopping, and that unbeatable mix of cultures: Spanish, Moorish, British, and Mediterranean, all in one.
Look at this. Our motive is a dragonfly.
Yes.
We found this beautiful one.
It's like it was made for us,
And
the
what's the name of
color.
your store?
Like my sense.
Like my scent.
Yeah.
Like My Sense in Gibraltar.
And there are
They've
beautiful
got
things
some
in here.
fabulous,
Gosh,
fabulous
definitely
things.
coming back. Absolutely gorgeous. Like the view.
So, whether you're here for history, hiking, or just a really good plate of fish and chips with a side of Spanish tapas, Gibraltar's got something for you. For dinner, we found the amazing El Kasbah, which is a Moroccan-themed restaurant. Quite appropriate, really, as we've just come over from Morocco. More about that one soon. We enjoyed the delicious cuisine, then made our way back. Past the ocean village, well worth checking out at night, when the lighting really brings it to life. Then we headed back across the runway, back through border control, as we were staying just nearby on the Spanish side. Our journey to Gibraltar was from Morocco. That morning the weather wasn't on our side, windy, rainy and moody skies, but the journey to Tangier Med Port absolutely breathtaking. Rolling hills, coastal views and misty mountains. It was a scenic masterpiece.
Our ferry was booked for 2 p.m, but if there's one thing we learned, it's that ferries here rarely leave on time. So keep that in mind when planning.
First things first, security. As soon as we entered, our luggage, bags and even ourselves were scanned. Then we headed to the ticket office to collect our boarding passes.
There's a train and bus service here, making it super accessible.
Tangier Med Port is the largest in Africa, the Mediterranean and even bigger than Gibraltar's. It handles over 10 million containers a year, a staggering 18.8% increase from last year alone.
With time to spare, we watched as the massive cargo ship docked, stacked with containers, and fleets of cars lined up on the tarmac.
Time flew by and finally, just after 4 p.m, our coach was ready, packed with people and luggage. We made our way to the ferry.
This was a first for us. Boarding where vehicles drive in, we stored our luggage in a lockup, climbed the ramp and felt instantly relieved.
The ferry was packed, finding seats was a challenge, but we squeezed into a spot for 2.
Needing some air, we ventured outside, the view, Ceuta in the distance, Gibraltar ahead, and soon Algeciras.
After a long wait, a rough start and a packed ferry, we made it, grateful for safe arrival and excited for what's next.
And off he goes.
If you stay on the Spanish side, you'll find prices for accommodation more reasonable. We found this charming Airbnb. And nearby we found a grocery store where we picked up provisions for our few days' stay. Shopping in Spain. Bear in mind that March is the rainy season in Gibraltar. And due to bad weather, we didn't get to go on the cable car or visit the caves. But there's still plenty to do.
Cheers and cheers.
Winning cheers. So, what's your thoughts? Would you visit Gibraltar? Or maybe you've already been?
Drop us a comment below. Hit that like button. And don't forget to subscribe for more travel adventures.
Until next time, keep exploring, keep dreaming, and remember, the world is full of surprises.